You guys are gonna think I'm so weird. I'm like, you're too young for this. Guys, I could, but you wouldn't be happy. He's a little dancer. He's a little bebopper. One of them, all of you asked about. All of you asked. Hey guys, and welcome back. We are doing a Q&A today. It has been quite some time since I've done one. I think it was last December. So almost a year ago. But I opened up some questions on my Instagram, and some of you commented here on YouTube, which you can always do. And let's just dive right into the first question, which is, how did William's first year appointment go? And I realized I never shared that because his appointment was a little bit after his 1 year update, because I wanted his update to be on time, but his appointment was a couple weeks after his birthday, just for scheduling reasons. And everything went well. Everything was a-okay. No curveballs, other than his iron levels were a little low, which shocked me a little bit because we do vegetables most days, and he really, honestly, I think he eats more vegetables than most kids. He loves asparagus, broccoli, all of those things. So lately I've just been trying to bump up the amount of veggies. I've been adding spinach in a lot of the dishes that I already make. And he seems to like it and seems to eat it. So the doctor just said, make sure he gets tons of dark green veggies and a lot of chicken, which I thought red meat had more iron than chicken, but what do I know? I'm clearly not a doctor. This next question took me a minute to figure out what I wanted to say. One of you asked what the best non-mom advice was that I've gotten recently. And I really couldn't think of any at first because everything in my life has been revolving around motherhood lately, as you all know. But I think it would have to be that you're never going to get what you don't ask for, because no one else can read your mind and everyone else is so involved and, you know, busy with their own life that they're not just going to give you the promotion. They're not going to give you the help or think of the gift or whatever, you know. They can't read your mind, essentially. So I need to be better about asking for help and asking for what I want. I guess I'll start right now. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends if you think they like my videos. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that's been on my mind lately. I actually heard it on a podcast, and they were talking about business stuff and like promotions. So it doesn't really apply to me, but it can apply to other aspects of my life. This one's a long one, so we're gonna grab my laptop. Would you be able to do a crash course about breastfeeding since you're practically a professional now? Girl, I'm not. I love you, but I'm not a professional. Let me tell you. I am planning to breastfeed with my next one, and I don't have a clue where to start. Okay. I'm not a professional, but I have learned a ton over the past year about it. But it's like there's so much to explain. There's so much to explain, but then there's also parts of it that you just have to try it. You just have to do it and you'll figure it out. I am planning, I'm assuming in January, don't quote me, to finally share my breastfeeding journey, that story. You guys kind of got it, you know, little tidbits through vlogs, but I think I want to sit down and really go through the story because at that point, William will be weaned and my journey will come to an end. And I think I'm pretty much ready to share it. And then I might share a couple other videos about tips or the bad advice I've gotten. I kind of want to do a video on that because I've gotten some bad advice and I want to help other people not follow that bad advice that I know some of you are getting right now. So yes, I'm planning on doing a couple of videos in the future, but it probably won't be like, oh, you know, breastfeeding 101 full intensive crash course because I am not a professional, even though you're so sweet to say I am. I would start checking out Bridget Tyler. I don't know. I know I've mentioned her before, but I love her videos. She's very informative about breastfeeding and, you know, anything pertaining to being a new mom. So I would check out her YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. But yeah, I will be doing some breastfeeding stuff after the Christmas content slows down. Now, about Christmas content, 2 or 3 of you actually asked me if I'm doing Vlogmas. Most of you said Vlogmas with a million question marks. Now, my answer to that question is no, yes, maybe, I don't know. Don't quote me on what I'm saying now type of a thing. I'll let you guys know in about a week. I'll let you guys know in about a week my thoughts about Vlogmas. And then one of you did ask if I was hosting Thanksgiving this year and if I was going to vlog it. If I am hosting Thanksgiving as I always do, but I'm not gonna vlog it every year. I think I should, and I regret not doing it every year, but I just know I can't this year, guys. It's so much work hosting Thanksgiving and trying to enjoy it at the same time, adding in the vlogging aspect. I just know I'm not going to fully be present with my family and all of that. However, I do have a Thanksgiving decorating video from a couple years ago when I went like all out. I did a couple things this year, which I'll show you maybe in my next vlog. But I went all out a couple years ago, and I also did a hosting Thanksgiving 101. So if you're hosting and you need tips, go watch that video. I actually just watched it this morning because I'm like, what do I do? Last year, Thanksgiving was a fog because William was what, a month and a half? Yeah, a month and a half. And I just kind of like survived last Thanksgiving. And my mom and Will's mom definitely helped out more. They each made extra dishes. So I went back and watched that video this morning, like, oh, what did I do 2 years ago to do Thanksgiving? And that video really helped and jogged my memory. So I will be doing whatever that video said again. Next question is, loving your lipstick lately, can you do a makeup tutorial? Thank you for loving my lipstick. You guys are always so sweet. I just feel more put together. I feel fancier when I have lipstick on. So I've been making it a point to put it on every day, even if I'm literally staying at home, because it makes me just feel better. I don't know, makes me feel prettier. And Will actually got me this color last year in my stocking. So I told him to pick out some more this year in my stocking because he does a great job normally. I told him just no bubblegum pink, so steer clear of that. Can I do a makeup tutorial? Guys, I could, but you wouldn't be happy. I literally use 3 products. Well, I guess 4 now because of my lipstick. I use 4 products. They haven't changed in literally years. And I know I don't do it like by the book. Like I've seen by the book makeup tutorials. Guys, I'm just not that. I'm just not that person. And I actually need to find some new makeup because there's nothing wrong with what I'm using, but I want to find something, you know, more toward the organic side or chemical free side than what I'm using now. Yeah, any suggestions actually, comment down below. But if you guys really want to see a makeup tutorial, I can maybe incorporate that into a vlog, but I'm just telling you now, guys, that it's not that exciting once you see what I do. It's very straightforward, to the point. Like I said, 3 or 4 items. All of my makeup fits in like this little makeup bag. One of you asked 2 questions. One was, what am I watching on TV? And what is William watching on TV / how do you limit screen time? So I guess it's 3 questions. Answering what I'm watching on TV, absolutely nothing. I haven't watched really a full movie, I would say. Okay, that's not true. When William was a newborn, I watched some movies. But I haven't really watched movies or TVs at all this year. I just haven't had time to like keep up with anything. When I do have time to watch something, it is like 5 to 15 minutes. And that is a perfect time to watch a YouTube video. So I kind of go through phases with different vloggers and different types of YouTube. Right now, you guys are gonna think I'm so weird. Right now, I'm into hair videos. Don't ask me why, but Brad Mondo reacts, and there's this like detangling channel. It's actually so interesting. It's these people who their hair have been matted or tangly for years, and you hear their story and their background of why and how it got that bad, and then you watch them like transform, their hair going from like crazy matted to flawless. So that's what I'm kind of binging right now. I know it's kind of random, but that's that. To answer your question about William and how we limit TV time and all of that, guys, it's hard. And you know it's hard. That's why you're asking this question. It's one of those things that it's so easy to just put them in front of the TV because you're busy. And I do that sometimes. I'm not saying I don't, but
I really try not to. And I try to not do it so when I have to, I can, and I don't feel bad about it, if that makes sense. And I don't think the answer is no screen time at all. I don't think the answer is screen time all the time. I think there has to be a balance. And I don't know where, I'm literally rambling right now. That was not your question. Your question was, what is he watching and how do we limit it? We limit it by doing other things, engaging him in activities, and making sure that he has a good toy rotation, and we keep up with that toy rotation. If I let that toy rotation go past 6 or 7 days, he is whiny. He is, for lack of better words, up my butt. Like he does not want to play independently any longer. Keep up with toy rotations. Make sure he always has an activity to do, or, redirect him if they want to watch TV, which William brings me the remote sometimes and asks to watch TV, which I'm like, you're too young for this. I'll redirect him. Let's go for a walk. Let's go play over here. Let's read a book. And it does take a lot more effort on my part, but I think in the long run, it's better for him. It's better for his development and all of that. Now, that does not go to say that I don't let him watch TV sometimes. The only things we really let him watch are Miss Rachel. Yes, I know her voice can be annoying. However, she is very developmentally accurate from what I know. In high school, I took like some developmental kid classes. From what I know, she's very accurate and amazing. And I am convinced Miss Rachel is the one that taught William to clap, not me. So Miss Rachel and then Blippi. Blippi, crazy little Blippi. He runs around playgrounds and runs around zoos, but like I said, William is learning, so I'm cool with that. And then he watches Thomas the Train sometimes. That's more like when Will wants to watch it with him. And then other than that, I try and put on things like an aquarium with some background music. So it's just fish swimming on by. He'll kind of play and peek up at the fish. He loves fish. Peeks up at the fish and then goes back to playing. So the aquarium, or just animals with background music. What else would we put on? Oh, trains, literally just trains on the track, because he is in love with trains and planes and all of that right now. So it'll just be trains going down a track. Seems boring to us. I kind of use it as background music for him while he plays, and to kind of crave that, what the heck am I saying today? To kind of satisfy that TV craving if he asks me for the TV. I think that's really it. We really try not to watch much else. On occasion, we'll put on like a movie and kind of watch it as a family as we play. I think that's it though. Oh, super simple songs. That's another one. Super simple songs we'll either put on Spotify, so it's just the music, or their YouTube channel has little videos with it. And that's probably honestly what he watches the most, is super simple songs. Because my kid loves music. He's a little dancer. He's a little bebopper. Yeah, that was a very long drawn out answer to that one. Let's see what is next. I know I have a couple more. So this question says, I know you just had a big organizational clean out, but do you have a particular cleaning schedule, or do you just clean as you go? Your house is always so immaculate. Thank you, but that's just so not true. So I know it seems like my house is immaculate, but guys, you have to remember right now, the only piece of my house you are going to be seeing in this video, or this entire week really, is this little section. Behind you is not so clean. It's not that bad. I just cleaned yesterday, like a big clean. But as far as a cleaning schedule, I sometimes do really well, and then sometimes it gets out of hand and my house is absolutely insane. So honestly, it just kind of ebbs and flows. But when my house is clean and I'm doing really well with it, the schedule that I found that was really helpful, and I am doing that currently, I'm just trying to start that back up actually, is first off, you want to start with a clean slate, which is not always doable, but if you can put aside one day or two if you need it to specifically clean your house. That's what we did last weekend. I said, Will, I don't care what we're doing. There's nothing fun until this house is immaculate, because it was getting out of hand with me being so busy. So we put that time aside and our house was flawless. So I'm starting with a clean slate. And every day I try and do a couple things. Every single day I try and go to bed with a clean kitchen. Now, I don't mean you have to scrub every surface, but I want no dishes in the sink. So when I wake up, I'm not overwhelmed and it is done. Because the kitchen is the one section that can get out of hand really quickly and is also the most time consuming, especially if you're hand cleaning bottles, pump parts, baby dishes, all those things, which I still am. And I found if I go to bed with a clean kitchen, then it is good. If you can clean that kitchen or tidy it up after every meal, that's gonna help you even more. That's what I've been trying to do. Today is successful so far, but I still got lunch and dinner to go, so we will see. And then I try and do a load of laundry every day, and that means like switching to the dryer, and then every other day fold those two hamper fulls. And then of course I'm tidying as I go when I can. But then I also try and put aside one part of like, it's normally Mondays for me, but one part of Mondays to just do chores. So whatever else is left over, whether I have to clean the bathroom or sweep or mop or, you know, whatever, that section is made for the additional things. But if I've done my job the rest of the week, then the kitchen's fine, not too crazy, and the laundry's not too crazy, and everything else can kind of be, you know, a speedy job, if that makes sense. The only other thing I can say, even though this is my advice for the TV thing, is a toy rotation. The amount of toys that were in my house around, sorry, I just got a text, I didn't know what time it was. I got 20 minutes, so I gotta do what I gotta do. So we are fine, we are fine. The amount of toys that are around my house was absolutely insane. And once we had a toy rotation, that cut down the amount of toys, and I'm not spending as much time cleaning up all those little cluttery pieces. It takes me maybe 5 minutes to clean up his toys now, so that's awesome. That was a very long thing again. Sorry, guys. I'm sure most of you aren't new here if you're still around, so you knew you were gonna get some Elena rambles. What else do I got you? I only have 2 questions left. One of them all of you asked about. All of you asked. And that is about baby number 2. Or is William getting a sibling? Or when are you TTC? Will you tell us when you're going to be TTC? No, we're not going to tell you when we're TTC just because that's a very emotional time period for me. So I don't really want to share as I go type of thing. Now, as far as when baby number 2 is, I don't know. We'll figure it out, guys. And I am not shocked that this question came up. I knew it was going to come up. We have family members and friends asking us every single day. I don't really have an answer for you. It's hard because like you have that baby fever creep up, and as William was becoming 1 and walking and doing all of these things and not like a baby anymore, the baby fever definitely creeps up. But we also want to make sure that we're ready financially, because adding another one in diapers, like, and you guys know I'm just not about cloth diapering. That just freaks me out. And if you do it, I applaud you because you're saving money and a lot better with laundry than I am. But I don't know, 2 in diapers and just 2, that just seems nuts. But yeah, so like I'm not really gonna answer that question because I don't really know. And if I did know, I don't want you guys to know anyway because I want to surprise you whenever it does happen. You know? Gotta surprise you guys too. Last question is if I am enjoying my break. Well, you know, this day actually is the first day I felt like I am getting a break, even though you guys haven't seen me in a week and a half. Yeah, in a week and a half. I am enjoying my break, as in I was not as stressed as I would have been. I just have had a lot of photo work, which is a good thing, but I needed to get caught up with that and just edit everything. The issue really with editing all of my photos is there's a lot of strain on my eyes, literally from like sun up to sundown. When I can, I'm on the computer, so adding in YouTube editing would have just killed me. So I am enjoying my break as much as I can, but didn't feel like a break. So you guys have this video, which is on Thursday, right? Yes. You're getting this video on a Thursday, I believe. You'll have a vlog on Tuesday. I'm skipping next Thursday because that is Thanksgiving. And then Christmas content will begin. And I know you guys are ready for Christmas content because when I open up my YouTube analytics, what's popping off right now? All of my Vlogmas videos from last year. Okay, I don't want to say popping off, but they have more views than like my past couple months videos. So you guys are ready for Christmas. My rap with me's, those are really popping off. I think I had like 200 views yesterday. I'm like, people be watching rapping already? Okay. Okay. Maybe I should be. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed all my ramblings and all my answers to your questions. If you have any more, link them, drop them down below because I want to start making Q&As every couple months because I know some of you guys really enjoy them. I've had it on request for a while. So you can ask questions at any point and I'll answer them right away or save them for my next video or both. So love you guys. I'll see you all later.